Hi and welcome to Homo Ludens, the channel history and board games. I'm happy to be back. We're a bit late because it was my mom's birthday, and I needed to bring her to the restaurant before I could come back and have a nice stream session with Ava. Ava, thanks for being here tonight. We're going to be playing 1989, and that was your choice. So, why are we playing 1989 tonight?
Well, I mean, first I've got to say happy birthday to Big Mama Ludens.
Yes.
So yeah, no, lovely.
Big Mama Ludens is
Um,
actually a really cool name. I would keep it, I think.
yeah, no, I thought you'd like that. Yeah, so 1989. What is it? Dawn of Freedom.
Dawn of Freedom.
Is a kind of sequel follow-up to Twilight Struggle of sorts, with like one of the designers being involved in both games. I struggle with Twilight Struggle quite a lot, and I've had a history of like terrible games where I've just got bottled into weird little situations. Despite kind of enjoying the system, kind of getting excited by the system, having played it quite a lot whilst getting to know a really good friend of mine, I never got any good at it, and could just never do it. Could never get my head around some of the little bottlenecks and traps that are kind of built through that game and that deck. And when that same friend introduced me to 1989, I was like, "Oh no, here's my groove. This is what I like. This is what I want." It's a slightly simpler game with like an extra power struggle dynamic, which is like this kind of combat system that's stolen from Hannibal, right? I think
Yeah,
one
yeah,
of an
somewhat.
earlier
Yeah,
CDG. Somewhat, it's a similar system. It's got some of that theming that just makes the scoring a little bit more dynamic and engaging, and feel like you're having these little fights, even though they're just representing protests and counter process and oppression and petitions and all sorts. And something about this, just tying that a little bit simpler, having a little less reliance on knowing like those little nasty traps that are hidden throughout the Twilight Struggle deck, gives you a game that is, to me, a lot more exciting, a lot more accessible, and still talking about the very end of that era, which has always been really fascinating to me.
yeah.
Like the fall of the Berlin Wall is literally one of my first memories. Like it's literally seeing it, not actually when it happened. It was like a year-end roundup on a New Year's Eve where I was
Mm.
being like able to stay up late, and I saw a bit of news and I saw that wall coming down, and it's one of my first things that I actually remember. So yeah, it's a powerful moment looking at
So there is an
Eastern Europe.
emotional connection almost
A little bit, yeah.
yeah. But that's interesting. I'm a big fan of Twilight Struggle. I actually discovered this one a bit later on my side, and started really playing it when it hit Rally the Troops. And originally I wasn't super interested in it. It looked a bit weird. And then I tried it because there is a project currently on P500 about the 1848 revolution through Europe that takes a lot of the system. So I got a bit into it, and I realized it was doing a lot of really interesting things that I didn't expect, and was a nice iteration on the like political CDG formula that
Yeah.
I enjoyed quite a bit. But before we talk about all this, some of our viewers might not know who you are, Ava. So I was thinking maybe you can briefly introduce yourself, and then I can scold you for not playing historical games enough.
I mean, do I even know who I am at this point? I am Ava Foxfort. I have been playing board games for a good, well, all my life, realistically. I used to work for Shut Up and Sit Down, a prominent board game channel, and I was kind of known as their queen of fiddle. I liked the more complicated games. I liked the more historical games. I liked getting into this. And yeah, like I think I've been doing less of that. I've been playing more role-playing games recently, and less active on streaming and writing about games in general. But I am still playing games, I do
Mm.
promise, and I am still excited by the combination of like historical narrative and games and how they can bring things alive and make games have this kind of like extra layer of crunch and thought process to them.
But
Yeah.
you were telling me before the stream that your like your relationship with historical games was linked to a specific gaming partner. But
Yes.
Yeah. So how did the interest come from that, or did you have an interest before, and how does it influence the way you play board games?
So it's more the thing that my friend Jack, that's a generic enough name that I don't think
Yeah.
he'll mind if I say that. Um, so when I started playing games, I was always excited by this bit of the hobby. Like I've always had a passion for history. I've always been interested in the way that narratives about history work and like the different layers of thought that can have or you can have with that. But when I started playing board games, everyone was intimidated, everyone was put off by these things, kind of including me a little bit. But I made this friend at a local board game night, and we both awkwardly and like shyly poked each other into trying more of these things. He'd been obsessed with Twilight Struggle for a while, so he showed me Twilight Struggle, and I kind of had this bit of explosion of like, I'm so bad at this, but this is fascinating, like these layers of meaning and stuff. And basically over a decade and a half, like we played a lot of games together, and he was just someone who had the patience to put up with me being quite bad at the games, but very excited about them. And so for me, war games have always had this thing of like, I've always had someone who's been like taking me and walking me through them, and like I really love that. I've really loved that dynamic over the times of like being pulled into this thing and having my hand held a little bit as I kind of figured it out, and getting more access to this. And yeah, like our tastes don't always align actually. Like Jack definitely prefers Twilight Struggle to 1989.
Mm.
And liked Hannibal a lot more than I did. I really struggled with Hannibal. Now Hannibal was like the biggest pummeling I ever got in a
Yeah.
game, I think.
It can be a brutal
Um,
game, I think,
yeah.
Hannibal. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so over the years we got really close playing these games. He's a very, very dearly beloved friend, even though he's now largely like drifted away from board games and into running, which is really not the same thing.
No,
But you
definitely
know,
not. I don't understand how you can go from one to the other. It's
I
beyond me.
mean, the answer, to be fair, is pandemic lockdown. Like, I think it was one of those things where a sudden lack of access to one thing and a real drive to just get out there. Yeah, but he's still adorable, and whenever we manage to get together, we try to play something. Often confusedly, often something that we should already know the rules to, and we're still lost in it. But like, I have such a delight in the things that he taught me about the history as well. Like, he's a very political nerd, and yeah, able to yeah, bring me into a lot of stuff here that I wouldn't understand. I think I remember rightly, we played most of these games with an unpacked set of like little Russian dolls of various Soviet leaders through the years. So I think every game of this that I played, or several games of this that I played before, have been played under the watchful eyes of various tiny little communist leaders.
That's nice.
Um,
It should always be yeah. I'm just gonna bring the game to the stage, and we can keep on chatting, but just to show people watching the stream what the board looks like. So as Ava was saying in the introduction, so 1989 has a lot of similarities with Twilight Struggle, but it's the first difference is that it's more focused. So you can see you have East Germany, you've got Poland, you've got Czechoslovakia, Hungary, Romania, and at the bottom you have Bulgaria. And I would say the major change is that each of those spaces now have suits, and this or suits or types, or I don't know how to say it, but you have basically worker spaces, former spaces, church like religious spaces, elite spaces, student spaces, and bureaucrat spaces. Like you have different kind of spaces, and some events are going to affect them in a different way. Mechanically, most of it works the same way, but I would say the map is quite different. You have a lot more chokehold points, areas that are on their own because they are not necessarily spaces. They are more social environments. Like it's a bit more like I like the type of map that it is. The focus that it has, like the fact that it's not only like physical places but actually almost social layers of a specific society is actually quite interesting. And for me, that
Yeah,
was
the
a major
theming of it
shift.
feels more dynamic, right? That fact that you have got these different factions that you're vying for, and that ties into that card combat system that we were talking about, right?
Yeah, and it makes the whole thing that I wasn't that I was a bit unsure about originally, like the power struggle when you're resolving one of those countries. I think it adds a very interesting layer, but almost more storytelling in a way, because when you have those leaders, you can tell stories about what's actually happening at that time. And Molotov Kokatiel is saying that there is no space race track. Actually, there is. It's not the same, but it's the Tiananmen Square track, which functionally works the same, kind of. But yeah, so you can always drop a card to roll on that table, and you're going to have some additional benefits if you succeed. So yeah, you do have a lot of similarities for this, but it has a specific flavor to it that I quite enjoy. But yeah, so I'm going to be playing the communists, so playing the good guys. Ava is going to be playing.
I'm so angry about this. I
It's
thought
going to
we'd
be.
have a little fight at the beginning of the game, but now it turns out
so
you just had
so
the power all along.
So Ava is going to be playing Democrats, and yeah, it works exactly the same way. So I'm going to basically explain what I do. Of course, Ava, you're not going to be sniping me, so you're not going to look at my hand of cards, right?
Yeah, no, of course I wouldn't.
You're
I wouldn't.
focusing on.
I have got it there, but it's not close enough that I can read it.
Yeah.
So don't worry.
And yeah, and we have a bit of a challenge. We bet for who's gonna. So I think I'm pretty bad at the game. Ava keeps saying that she's actually worse than I am. I think we'll see tonight who's the worst CDG
I feel
player.
like we've always got a challenge going for who can actually be the worst. Like, we
Yeah.
don't know whether we've both been negging ourselves or not, but
It's gonna be quite interesting. And you were saying about something about like learning those games and being bad at them, and I feel like it's very much the war gamers experience. Most of us are really bad at the games that we love. We just enjoy the ride. So that's I think that's very classic.
I mean, it's one of the things that's great about historical gaming, right? Is that actually like losing can be just as interesting because you're still exploring those kind of visions of what could happen, and you still always have these moments that you will remember forever as part of a false history.
So what shall I do? I think I don't like one of those cards that I'm going to do straight away for the Tiananmen attempt. So if I do this, this card is going to be discarded without the event triggering, and I'm going to be able to roll on that track, and my roll is going to be improved by the ops value of the card that I'm discarding. And the more I go on the the more we go on the Tiananmen Square track, the more bonuses we're gonna get. So yeah, the first one is pretty basic. It gives you a +1 modifier for every future Tiananmen attempt, as long as the other is not reaching that step in the track. So I'm gonna do a Tiananmen attempt. I'm gonna roll a die, and I rolled a 2. My ops value was 2, and I was supposed to do a 6, so that was a fail, and that was the end of my round. So it starts really well. It's all good. So that's very nice. First card, useless. Oh, and just for you to know, we did the setup before started the stream. So if you're looking for competitive setups for knowing where to place your things and everything, don't look at this. I think I would be surprised unless Ava, you actually tricked me, and you know
I've been
the best
hustling the whole
openings and
time,
everything.
I swear.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, no, I've got no idea. I've got absolutely no idea. And I've got a horrible hand, I've got to say, actually. Right,
That's what I like to
let's play
hear.
something. I think I'm going to copy you a little bit, actually, and I'm going to chuck something that I definitely don't want into the Tiananmen attempt.
So you're going to play the Perestroika,
that
which
advantage
is
that you missed.
a pretty good card for me.
Yeah, no, I don't want to give you an
beginning.
ops bonus for the entire of the first round. Like,
Yeah.
the possibility of snowboarding there sounds bad. Right, where do I roll dice? It's just a button that says roll.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
And you needed to reach a 5, whereas I needed to reach a 6. So with a 3, that you had a good chance of succeeding, and that's a success. So you're gonna have +1 for every rolls until I reach this. And once
Yeah.
you're done, you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
click done on the top right, and it will
I
be
did
my
tell you you'll
round.
have to remind me because I have no
And
functional memory.
okay, so for the second card, I'm going to be playing this card, which is a powerful event. But now that I know that Ava discarded the worst event of her hand, I think this one is not going to be useful because it's something that makes you play a card that is your highest ups card. And I don't think it's going to be as good as playing just 4 ups straight. So I'm going to play it for support points. Those are the 2 ways you can use your ups points when you're not playing an event. You can play support points just to place support points on the map, or you can do support checks, and you're going to be doing 2 support checks with a die roll modifier of the card. But in that case, doing support checks, which is the equivalent of coup in Twilight Struggle, is not ideal. So I'm just going to do support points to start placing stuff on the board. Poland is not looking good. Definitely not great. So I think I'm going to take this space. Then I have 2 more. Czechoslovakia looks okay. Your only presence is locked by the university, so that's good. It's going to cost you 2 ups to place just 1 here, so have a bit of time to think about that. Hungary is not good, actually. And East Germany is not a problem right now because I think the scoring is going to come a bit later. I think I'm going to secure Bulgaria is not important also. I think I should probably focus on Poland right now. Let me see. I think I'm going to try to place 1 here and maybe place 1 in Krakow before you take control of it. And we'll see. And that's going to be the end of my round. Oh, Olivier is actually raising a really good point. And I have no answers for that. I guess that's just... it's my poor planning skills. Like I'm bad at scheming. So yeah, that's a fair point. So what are you going to do, Ava? How are you going to reply to this brilliant move that I just did?
The first thing... I am just trying to check. How is Hungary looking at the moment? There's the elite space. No, I don't want to give that up. Right
so
now.
Hungary is looking good for you. I'm only present in the west of Hungary with this one up space. You already have Budapest to your under your control, which is probably something I should be worried about. Yeah.
Oh, just I'm also under attack by a cat right now, so that's all right.
Yeah, he's on my side. It's a communist cat, obviously.
He is a Ted, so Ted and Fred might be on the rhyming team, I guess. Oh, where is Poland? Let's have a look at Poland. Oh yeah, no, let's do that. Actually, sorry, I've just noticed I've got a decent event coming on for this particular situation.
Oh yeah, Solidarność legalized. So place a democratic SP in every uncontrolled worker and farmer space in Poland. That's awful. That's awful. Yeah.
That's
my
God. You keep on saying awful, and I'm looking at it. I'm just thinking this is delightful. Like,
oh my God,
every element of that is a joy.
Okay, Poland is not looking.
Poland, thanks.
Poland is not looking great at all.
It's a little bit judgmental, Fred.
This is oh God.
Olivia, I do promise I've got a bad hand. I just only discovered the one good card.
Okay, so I think I'm going to be playing this for the event. That card, the Common European Home, lets me play one of your cards to not trigger the event. which means that I will play Sajudis just for the support points and not trigger your events, which should be nice. That gives me 2 ups. Poland is not looking good, not gonna lie. I think I'm gonna take control of the student space here. Students are the avant-garde, so that's fair. Let me see what I could do. And I'm gonna try to block that point that leads you from Poland to East Germany, but that's gonna take a while. The hustle begins. Yeah. She tricked me. It's like I don't know the game that well. I'm not really that good. I have a bad hand. It's like yeah, sure. Yeah, sure.
I know how to play a card that I suddenly realise is incredibly good in that moment. But it did take me a while to notice. That's my defense there. Like, am I hustling or did I just miss something for quite a while? Right, let's do some consumerism. I do have a second good card.
Come on.
It turns out.
This is god. So I'm the nice guy. I'm inviting you to my channel, and you're just like, and you're a shark. You're a shark. That's. Oh god.
You didn't let me be the communist, and like frankly, that just means I have to destroy communism. If it's not my communism, it's not a revolution worth having, right? That's the classic statement.
That's fair. I think that's fair. Are you playing for the ups or the? Oh, you're playing for the events. Yeah.
I'm playing for the event, and I've got more control over there. So I'm going to do the remove one here, and then have a support check in Rocklaw.
I'm gonna have for the support check. For the modifiers, you're looking at also the control spaces that are adjacent. In this case, Catholic Church is on the Democrat side, but I have 2, so you should have a -1 on this one. But you're using the 3 ups value, so that's a +2 overall.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Where are you doing
this? I think it's worth a roll.
Where are you doing the support check?
In Rocklaw. Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, fair enough. So there is only
there's no control. It's just my control from the Catholic Church there.
Yeah, so you have a +4 here. So 3 from the card, 1 from the Catholic Church, and you're rolling against the 6.
I was fully believing you there and thinking that I didn't understand how control worked.
And you rolled a 1.
I did roll a 1.
Oh, this is amazing.
I'm going to blame that on my bad hand.
I think it's the CDG gods punishing you for being a sneaky little shark. I think that's the only.
To be fair, I do deserve it.
Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, there is a card that. Oh god. A card that I wanted to keep for another round, but because I played 2 now, I will not have this opportunity. How many do I need for this one? I need 2. So what I'll do is I'm gonna take care of Hungary first. So I'm gonna be playing Postguy Defend the Revolution. That lets me place 4 communist SPs in 4 spaces in Hungary that are not under your control, which is all of them, which is nice. So I'm gonna do that's gonna help me reach spaces that are hard for me to reach otherwise. 1, 2 et j'ai pas besoin d'aller là. 1, 2. Yeah, the best ones, all the ones that are. Oh no, not here. This one is really far for me to reach, so I'm gonna go here. And I can put 1, 2, 3 et 4. I'm just trying to look at the small picture of you and try to see in your eyes if you have a scoring card in your hand. That's the thing that I'm trying to figure out right now.
It's always the question, isn't it? It's always the question.
Yeah. And I'm really looking forward for you playing some of my cards now also.
Yeah, no, well, we're getting to the point where I do still have one more option of something that doesn't do that. I'm just got to work out whether it's like, I don't know. I'm just scared of having one of those runs at the end of the hand where everything collapses in on itself. But that's also what I'm going to do because I have no ability to delay. What's it called? What's the thing? Delay gratification. Just have no ability. I just immediately want Gorbachev on side. So right, remove 2 opponent SPs and make a support check using the op values of this card. I can't remember which scoring cards show up early. Hungary and Poland. Oh, Poland comes in early. That's good news, isn't it?
Yeah, I think Hungary and Poland are in the early stages of the early years.
So I might continue my.
And you're doing really well in Hungary.
Poland.
No, actually, Hungary is pretty even right now, but Poland is you're far ahead.
Yeah. I'm gonna. Maybe I will actually go to. So event and then pick somewhere. I might actually.
So this is a brutal event. So you remove
Hungary a little bit.
2 opponent SPs and then you make a support check using the up value of the card, which is insane.
I want to be clear. I didn't know how much I was being a hustler here. Like genuinely,
because this card is.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Like you had a great hand. I'm gonna say that. Like,
well, I like the first all of the cards I looked at initially. I haven't played yet, and like I'm just gonna say, maybe they're not as bad as this. Maybe
very high ups card. And you tricked me not using my event that would have removed one of the great card from your hand by saying you have a shitty card and doing a Tiananmen roll on a card that was mid. And now you're like, that's. I can't.
I'm not. I genuinely, honestly hate playing like that. So I promise that wasn't actually my goal.
Never.
I was just very focused. Like, you'll see these last couple of cards, and you'll see that I wasn't entirely wrong. Where's a good place for a support
I struggled to place those. You know, it was really hard. Like that's so mean. Like I feel like you were. Oh god. You know, I'm really worried about. And now my only. Oh god, that's pretty bad.
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back to that last roll because I can't just get a 1 twice in a roll, right?
Yeah, you just did a 6. You know, so that's.
You just did a 6. Yeah, that's literally the opposite of a 1.
Yeah.
This is great. Look at that! Oh, I've taken complete control. I didn't even know I could do that.
Yeah, you can. And it's more than that. Complete control and an extra up on top of influence, an extra influence on top, just to make sure that it's extra safe. So, you know, very cool.
You have got the Poland scoring card, right?
Yeah. It's gonna be a very hard end of turn, that's for sure. Remember to click done once you're done being awful.
I will. Yeah, no. You've got to like the awfulness is part of the round, right? Like each turn, you've got to fit that light bullying in. I believe that's how to play
it. Struggling here. I don't know what to do. I think I would like to try to lock Dresden before. Yeah, I don't know if I can do that. If it's probably. Oh god, this is not looking great for the communists. I feel like, yeah.
I mean, I'm really only hurting myself, you know.
So it's I had low up scars also, so it wasn't ideal, but yeah. And for those of us wondering how we were playing, so as I was saying, we're playing on Radio Troops, which is a free platform where there is quite a few games on there. And the latest one that was added this week was Vijayanagara. A couple of weeks ago, Land and Freedom was added, and we did a stream of this one just before it was released. So there is actually quite a lot of newer, fun historical games that are on there. So definitely a place to check out if you're interested in those games. It looks like you're thinking a lot. I'm starting to get worried. Like it's like, oh no.
I'm thinking about what is the worst thing that can happen to me. What's the least worst thing that can happen to me? I think. Do you know what? I am actually going to play. It doesn't matter whether I do that before or after. So I'm just going to give you some victory points. So this is purely an act of sympathy here, Fred. I'm worried that like I
That's nice.
appear to have done something horrible, and I don't want to be a bully.
You should definitely have Tiananmen this one. I think.
Yeah, worse than the +1 ops all through that round. I was very concerned about giving you that bundle.
Yeah,
I guess I could have held it longer into the ground, couldn't I?
Because
that's the key there.
yeah, this one, the longer you keep it, the worse it becomes for the communist player. But playing it straight in the early year is 3 VPs for me.
Yeah, I just didn't think I could hold it long enough. But yeah, maybe I should have held on and put it in the Tiananmen Square. See, I told you I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah, you actually suck at this game now. Now that you mention it, yeah.
This is what I needed. So I want those Hungarian farmers on side.
Oh, come on!
Right now,
This
is
is
important.
bad.
It's important to get the working man.
Yeah. Now I'm stuck
pulled away from the lure of socialism.
I'm stuck in that stupid little university, and like the peasants are on your side. What is happening?
The university ones are fun, right? Because they're all such low stability levels. Like they're very easy to kind of whip back and forth. But it's very tempting to go and grab them because it's still control, right?
Oh, that's bad. I'm gonna do something that I have to do. Unfortunately, I'm gonna do your event first. So that's the Jan Palachnik, where you're gonna get 6 influence in Charles University. Good thing that I took control of Praha just behind it, because then
I see. Yeah, that's smart. Yeah. Smart looking. Brilliant.
So that's that. And now I can play a support point, and I'm going to take Dresden and lock it. Interesting. 2 cards left, Ava. Let's see how bad you can do.
I don't like this.
Oh, factory party cells.
Like that. Yeah. I'm going to see what you remove before I decide what I'm going to put down, I think.
Okay, so factory party cells lets me remove 3 democratic SPs from worker spaces, no more than 2 per space. Interesting.
I do really like this game, you know.
It's a really good game. Well, obviously I'm going to target Poland. So I'm going to knock you down in Gdansk, and then I'm going to remove your control in Wrocław over there. Yeah. Even though you can actually take it back straight away.
Yeah, but it kind of pushes me to do that straight away. So at least you know that I'm not shoring up anywhere or getting anywhere new necessarily. Although actually, Krakow is close to control, isn't it? So let's spin that one.
That's nice. 1, 2 contre 6. Impossible. Hungary is not looking good. This is stupid. So well, it doesn't hurt me that much. So I'm gonna let you take control of the Lutheran Church.
Mm-hmm.
Which I mean, I don't care about. That's not my thing. You're the church person. I'm gonna play for support points. So Poland is not looking great, but I'm not going to change much with 1 SP. Is there something that I could do? Yeah, I think I need to get back into Hungary.
Right.
Give me a good event now. Give me a good event.
Oh, this is hard. I've got one of those. Yeah, okay. Have you? Okay, do you know what? Yeah, okay, let's hold on for that. I'm going to give you a little bit of Poland, I'm afraid.
Oh, yes, that's really good.
Heartbreaking. Yeah.
So I can replace 1 SP in Poland with a community SP and make a support check in Poland using the ups value of this card. So that's a 2-ups card. So I need to... my best shot is going to be in Krakow. Because then I have a +1 in this space. So, and I roll a 6. Look at this.
Oh,
that's really
beautiful
good.
Move. Beautiful roll. Okay. So my response to that. It is my turn last, isn't it? So this is the final turn of this round. So you haven't had a scoring card. So
no, I didn't.
There's going to be a bit more of a shaker up before we get to that.
So it means that you didn't have 1 either, I guess.
Nope, either that or I've just lost a game. I can at least remember that roll.
So that's good. But I don't think that Rally the Troops will let you keep 1. So that should be fine.
Yeah. Right, will it force you to play it? Yeah, no, it's got a check held cards button at the end.
Which means that we're probably going to have a few scoring cards in our next couple of hands.
That would make sense, wouldn't it?
It would. Oh, that's awful. Okay. Usually what I like to do is find the worst card and do a Tiananmen straight away with it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to play Valesa because it's an awful event right now. And I'm going to do a Tiananmen attempt on it. That gives me a 3 plus 4 plus the previous one. So that we are tied on the Tiananmen square track.
Yeah, so that was good because that cancels out the bonus that I was getting to that roll if I was to do it first thing, right?
Yeah, it cancels your bonus for the future, and also it removes a card that would have been really tricky for me to keep this round. Yeah. There are good odds now that you have, or I have the Poland scoring card.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Right, let's go for the intelligentsia here, and that feels like a pleasing event because that can chuck me. That goes into both Poland and Hungary. That feels appealing as an option.
That's
right.
Bad.
We all love a bit of writing. Everyone loves writing.
I hate those intellectuals. They are a pain in the ass. Okay, that's
all of the intellect. Yeah, all of the intellectuals are bottlenecked behind the university, so they're actually only. Yeah, it's a nice little thematic touch. That I think.
Remember to click done.
Yep. Yeah. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to say that so many times.
Okay, I'm going to do this. And surprisingly enough, I'm not going to play the event. I'm going to play it for support points. I'm a bit worried. So I'm going to do this and that. But Hungary would be really bad. I would just say that if you have the Hungary scoring card, that's going to be painful. Because you have 2, I don't know how they're called, battleground spaces.
It is still battlegrounds, yeah.
Yeah, battleground +2 regular. I have 1 battleground, 1 regular. So it's and the thing, we talk about the power struggle when it gets resolved, but the more spaces you have, the more cards you're going to be able to play.
Yeah.
And it gives a lot more flexibility. So yeah, it's not
Well,
looking great.
if you're having me on there, I'm going to take the bait entirely. So let's actually talk about how that works.
Oh no! I knew it! I knew it! Oh god. Yeah, that's bad. I'm happy at least I got one just before you played it.
Yeah.
So you're playing the power struggle in Hungary. So let's see how this goes.
Yeah, so this is one of my favorite things in the game, because I think you're right. You were saying earlier on that it's not it's a little bit obfuscatory, right? Like, it is still just, it could just be a roll of the dice based on how many, with a modifier based on how many pieces you've got, but instead you draw different amounts of cards and are then trying to match them to each other. So you just add this drama every time this happens.
Yeah.
And
you have those
I
leader cards that I think add a lot of flavor.
Yeah.
So leader cards are cards that you can play only if you control the space of that leaders category. So for example, Ava could play intellectual leaders, worker leaders, former leaders, where I can only play workers and student leaders. But I might not draw any of them. So, you know.
Yeah, that's it. It's a tiny shift in the odds, but it's a lot of extra drama. Right, let me draw my cards and pass so you can draw, I think.
So yeah, you get 12. You could have raised the stakes. So if you raise the stakes, you actually discard some of the cards, discard 3 of them, which would still give you an edge, and that would have improved your scoring at the end. But
I didn't see the option for it. I thought we were going to get a go at that later, but
yeah, you have to select the cards if you wanted to.
Yeah,
do
I see.
Yeah, so so those are the cards that we're getting. So I'm only getting 8. Ava is getting 12 because she has controls more spaces than I do. And as you can see, there are different types of cards that we're going to play one after another. I'm not going to raise the stakes because that would be bad, because I'm surely going to lose. So I don't want to give Ava more points. So I'm going to pass this great option. And let's see what the Democrats are gonna play. So one player, the player who launched the power struggle, plays a card, and the other has to play a matching card. So you have this is in the way that it works a bit like Hannibal, like left flank, those kind of stuff. But it's just that it's different kind of cards, and you have some wild cards that can be played.
So I get elites and the other one mixed up, don't I? There we go. Let's chuck that straight in, which should finish the job, right? Oh no, I've still got to choose what it is, don't I? That's right.
So Eva is playing an intellectual leader, which she can because she controls the Hungarian writers. And you played it as a march.
Yeah.
I'm going to play a leader myself because I control the workers. Nice. So I did match, and I'm going to roll. And I rolled 4, and I needed to beat the 3 that was on the top left side of the card. So that means that I'm getting the initiative now. Yeah. And I'm going to do... I'm going to play a petition.
Okay, well, I think I can match that with a worker leader and then roll. But I think you're still going to have the initiative because you're at 5.
You needed to beat a 5. And you know what? I'm going to play a support surges, which lets me draw 2 extra cards.
Oh, nice.
Yes. Good. So back to you. So this one you don't need to play against. It's just a card that gives me a small edge, but then I give the initiative to the opponent.
Yeah. Let's hold on to that initiative for a while, I reckon.
So you played a march. So I need to match it. I'm gonna roll. And I did roll a 6, so that was pretty lucky. I'm happy with that. And I think I'm gonna play a strike. It's getting tense now. I'm trying to figure out, will Ava have a strike?
That's it.
She does.
What have I got?
Will I keep the initiative? I won't keep the initiative because you rolled a 5, which is matching my number here.
Yeah.
So we're getting to round 6.
Round 6. So you started off with 8 and you got 2 more. So you still got some cards. Let's see if I can hold that initiative again.
And you play the march.
Oh, it's so tense. I do really love this. I know it's so simple. It's such a simple little thing.
I have to concede. Yeah. I had to concede. I didn't have a march anymore. And the leaders that I drew were leaders of spaces I didn't control. So I lost the power struggle. So I'm going to roll for support loss. So as you can see, there is a table here. So I'm going to roll a die. And that means that I'm going to lose 2 points of support in here. I realized that I should have played a card before, but anyway. So, who I'm going to lose? I think I'm going to lose 1 here because I can come back. Yeah, I'm going to lose the 2 of them in the space that I controlled. So that's going to be that. And then Ava is going to roll for VP. And
and not get anything.
Another one just when
I needed it.
Yeah. And actually, I think I'm gonna retain power here. I think I can. I think I can come back. So we can score the country now. So now the scoring is going to be based on which spaces we control. So have presence. So I'm going to score 1, and I think that you have domination. So yeah, that's going to be actually probably just have presence.
I think just presence, yeah.
Yeah, and then you score 2 for the 2 battleground that you have. So we went from -3 to -1, which is actually not a terrible outcome for this one for me. So I'm pretty happy.
Definitely could have gone worse. They definitely should have raised the stakes there.
I think so. Yeah. So raising the stakes would have meant that Ava would have discarded 3 cards, but probably you had 3 cards that you were not going to use anyway. And then that would have provided die roll modifiers for the future. But now I have to deal with a really, really bad hand. Well, I'm gonna play Dash for the West. I think that's okay. I'm gonna let you do that afterwards, and I'm gonna play for support points. 6, 3. It's too soon. Support points 1, 2 et Ostrava. Done. So now you're gonna roll a die, and if you roll,
I'm trying to beat 2.
Yeah, 2 should be fine. Right? Yeah, because I only control 2 spaces in East Germany.
I think I'm still waiting for you to do something.
Oh yeah, sorry. I need to click opponent's event. My bad.
Okay. So roll that die. Well, I just keep on going between the ones and the 6s.
Ones and 6s, yeah. But I mean, if you're losing a 6 for this one, I'm happy. You know, it's only 1 VP. So we're back to 0. Yeah. So
And do I pass to you now, or do I have something I have to do?
I think you need to click done, and then it's going to be your turn to play card.
Cool. Oh yeah, it was just VP, isn't it? Yeah. Oh no, I missed it. Oh. I misunderstood that.
Yeah, because you could have picked also an event.
I can still undo. I can still undo. That's lovely.
Undo and pick it up. Yeah, I think it's
suddenly
important.
understood what was going on. Yeah.
I'm gonna say that I have a really bad hand. Oh, and you're picking up this
before.
That's the first one that I use for.
Yeah, that was basically how I identified the one to pick. Was just like, what did you chuck away early on? It was something. Place 4 in Ruse. Lovely. A little bit of eco glasnost there, and end around. And then it's still me. Oh, still me. So many things. So many things to do. Okay, well, maybe I could have done that sooner. So now that, yeah, that's the move, isn't it? Now that Hungary has eased up a little bit, I feel a bit more confident burying Aggie. And again, I want to see what you do before I respond.
So I remove all communist SPs from the communist elite spaces, and I don't have any. And I place 4 communist SPs in Hungary. But the problem is that that's super mean. Oh no, actually it's okay. I thought I needed to remove them to being able to place. Okay, that's fair. Great, that's awesome. Because then what I'm gonna do is this to knock you out of here, and then I'm gonna place the 2 here, and I'm done.
Cool.
Which I mean you can negate right now, but yeah. Or you could do something else, knowing that Hungary has already scored. So
yeah, I might return to Poland actually. Nothing, no reason, you know.
Interesting. Okay, I think I need to do something now. Oh, that's fine. Let me think. Oh, that's going to be an 8. Donc 8, 4, 2, 4. C'est pas assez. Okay. I'm going to play the Papal Visit. And I'm going to do your event first. So we're going to be able to place 3 SPs in Catholic Church spaces.
Right, yeah. Where are we sending the Pope to? And
knowing that you already control the one,
yeah,
knowing that you control the one in Poland, I was like, that's probably fine.
Yeah, no, that's it, right?
Yeah.
Sending the Pope when he can have the least impact is highly recommended. Just like in the game.
And you played it in Hungary, so that's fine. So then when you click done, I can place the SPs.
Yeah.
I'm going to place support points and trying to figure out where is a good spot to be in. I'm going to go in Lublin.
Okay. I don't think I'm going to be able to gain any more momentum there, so I suspect it's better to do this than be surprised.
Oh, you had the 2 of them. Okay.
I had both scoring cards that round. Yeah, I was.
This
not
one is
pulling the biggest poker face, to be honest.
This one is going to be tight.
Yeah.
So 12 to 14. So it's a bit more advantageous for me than before. So hopefully I will draw a good hand of card. But you have to decide first if you want to discard 3 cards to raise the stake, which you probably don't want to do.
Probably don't. However, oh no. Yeah, no, I don't.
Oh god. Okay, I'm going to pass also raising the stakes because I don't think I have a shot. Well, it's gonna be a long shot for me to win this. So
okay.
Yeah.
Right, and me to lead. Where do I want to lead? Let's just have a little strike. When in doubt.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'm gonna match your strike. I'm gonna roll a die, and I rolled a 3, so you keep the initiative.
Yeah.
This one is gonna be spicy.
Yeah. I said when in doubt, strike.
Okay, I'm gonna match your strike, and I rolled a 1, so definitely not taking the initiative.
Yeah. I think I'm going to take a risk here. And
okay.
Rally.
Well, I'm
So
gonna
this
match
will pass the initiative to you.
I will match your rally in the square, and I'm gonna do something quite spicy.
Ooh.
I'm gonna play support falters, and I'm gonna make you discard 2 random power struggle cards.
Oh,
I'm gonna lose the initiative, but it's worth it. I think
yeah. Oh, yeah. No, definitely. That spice is in my move. That's for sure. There we go. And I've just got to discard. I don't have any choice here, right? This is random.
Yeah. Olivier is actually has a good point here. Olivier, don't think you'll outstrike a Frenchman, which is
yeah, that's fair. That is absolutely a wrong move, right? Support has faltered. I'm going to keep this back and forth going.
Oh, so you're doing this again? So right in the square?
I'm just really excited by the possibility of some bonuses on those rolls.
But you need to win with it, I think.
Yeah, no, it literally needs to be that card that wins it. So I'm probably doing it too early, but
and you need to
it's
click
fun.
confirm
It's fun.
or done.
Yes, I do. Sorry.
Okay, so now I have this. Well, it looked like you really enjoyed your strikes. So you know what? Let's go.
Who doesn't have a strike? Who doesn't?
But I rolled it. I did a strike 6, so it was like
yeah.
And you also seem to enjoy the rally in the square, so I'm also going to do that.
Yep.
Oh, you had an intellectual leader. Good.
Yep. No, still had someone in there. Okay. Well, maybe you've run out of strikes now. We've just established that you are never going to run out of strikes.
Well, actually, I did, but I'm also going to make. I'm going to make sure that you never play a strike again.
Yeah. Oh, right. You've seen the pattern of what I was doing now. I see.
So next time you're doing a strike, I'm just sending a tank. So that's just for you to know how I'm gonna deal with you. Yeah.
Things escalate quickly around here, don't they? Let's have a little march. You got any marching left in you, Fred? Oh, I haven't had done. I haven't said done.
I'm gonna march also.
Yeah, yeah.
And I didn't match
Not
your.
take the initiative. You got to be running out, right? You've got to be running out at this point.
Definitely not. So I did match. The problem is the two last cards I have in my hands are leaders that I cannot play because both of them are intellectual leaders and I don't control the intellectual space. So that's the end. On round 11, I held, but yeah. So I lost the power struggle.
That
So
was so close, Fred.
I'm gonna roll a
yeah,
5.
I was in a similar position. I only had some of the wrong leaders left.
I really thought that I could hold long enough, but yeah, you know.
Yeah.
So I still have to remove 2 SPs because I rolled a 5. I'm gonna remove this one from the elite and this one from the farmers, and I'm done. And now you're gonna roll for VP, and I hope you roll a 1. That's what I.
I mean, it feels likely. It feels to be in the pattern, right?
Oh, you rolled a 5, so that's
2. Hello.
Yeah, that's 2 VP. Yeah.
Take power. So I can take power now, and that removes the scoring card, right?
I believe it does.
I am gonna do that. I'm tired of fighting over Poland. Let's just make it mine. Score a country. How are we doing now?
And you scored, you scored 2 VP.
Yeah.
Which is, so now it's going, pretty, it's going in. Oh, wait a minute. No, actually, we're tied on the, so it's 2 VP overall for the die roll, but all the rest was tied. So you only scored those 2 VPs.
Right. Okay. Yep.
So that's fine. I'm going to play this for the event. So that lets me place 3 SPs in bureaucratic spaces. So I'm going to take Berlin. I'm going to take Sofia in Bulgaria. And then I'm going to challenge you in Budapest. And I'm going to end round.
Nasty. Right, do I want the event there? I don't like Hungary's. I mean, it's still in there, isn't it? It's still in the scoring. We didn't take power there, so let's do a little bit. Is there somewhere we can see whether we're due a reshuffle or how far we are from that? By the way, can't remember what the tempo of them is in this.
Whatever happens, we're going to do a reshuffle on round 4 because we're going to end the middle years.
Yeah.
Oof. Well, it didn't go super well. Are you playing the Hungarian Democratic Forum?
Yeah. Do I go for those students and completely cut you off, or do I go for those workers? I think I'm going to go for those students. It's just an easier hit. Another one.
But it was enough.
Another one, but that's enough. Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. That's it. It's such a low card, and
low
it's so
stability.
surrounded.
Yeah.
Brilliant. I'll take that. I'll take Hungary.
I should have played an event before. Well, I'm gonna play this for support points. What should I do? Well, this is not a thing anymore, so I'm gonna start spreading in East Germany, and it's gonna trigger your events. Your Helsinki final act is active.
Oh, that would have been nice a round ago.
Yeah, that's why I did it now.
Yeah.
I wanted to wait, but I think it stays. It's for the rest of the game, so you're gonna have a use of it in the future.
I mean, that would be so unnecessary. So I think I'll play that for SBs.
Yeah, I think it is. And worst case scenario, we'll have it and play it for the SPs myself, and you'll get the events anyway. So,
Yeah.
so what kinds of games were you playing with Jack then?
I mean, my favorite remains Maria, which I really, really loved. But I tried For the People, tried Hannibal, Washington's War. Maybe I just tried Washington's War, not For the People. I just get those two mixed up.
Oh yeah, it's two very different weight of games. Like For the People is massive. Yeah. But if you like Maria, you know what? They added it on Ready the Troops, and I would be keen on playing it again because I think it's probably one of my all-time favorites. So yeah, I would really love to. We did a stream a while back, but I would like to play it again on the show.
Yeah, well, I'd love to join for that. I'd love to get another game of that in. It's just got some of my favorite ideas in war games that I think
it's brilliant.
More games should be stealing from, because it's just full of clever things. 2 SPs isn't a lot, is it?
Oh, it's enough. It's enough to be annoying.
Yeah, but where I can be annoying is quite limited. Let's get into Varna to deal with that problem. But yeah, no. So we'd need a third for that, right? Maria is delightfully 3 players.
Yeah, that would. Yeah, if we can easily find a third player. There is a lot of fans of Maria in the Discord server. Okay, I'm gonna play for support points. Where can I be annoying? I think I probably need to spread a bit in Czechoslovakia. And that's the end of my round. You're going to play your final card of this round.
Which I'm afraid is going to have to give you more of a foothold in Romania.
Which is good. I love it. Well, so that's going to be no more than 2 per space, and that's in worker or farmer. So I'm going to split. I'm going to go for those one in the north because they're really far from where I am. So I'm going to do 1, 2 here. Then I'm going to do 1. I'm actually going to do 1 here, 1 here.
Lovely.
Oh yeah. Good thing that I placed 1 there. Then yeah.
Yeah, no. It's
oh, and we had the reshuffle.
Shift exactly what I did there. Oh, lovely.
We had the reshuffle. So let's play round 3, and I think after that we can take a break there. And but yeah, let's speed run round 3. Oh, yeah. Okay, great. So I'm going to start with Tiananmen once again, my classic tactic. So I played this 3 ups card that is really shit for me, and I'm going to roll, and it's successful. So now I will have +1 ups on all my 1 ups cards that I play for ups. So you might want to beat me to it quite fast.
Oh yeah, that is nasty. But I think I have something I want to do first. And this makes me very glad I did quite a few things.
Oh, no! No! I hate you so
Oh,
much.
Hungary, we missed you.
Oh, I hate you so much right now. Oh, that's awful. You're so gonna raise the stakes on this one. Oh god, the poor struggle in Hungary is gonna be
I forgot to raise the
awful.
stakes last time. It would be silly not to do it this time
Oh
because this
god,
is going to be an
that's
even bigger
yeah.
margin, I think.
This is
And
gonna
I've
be
got quite
brutal.
a good spread of options. Probably could have held on to that for longer, to be fair, but don't think you would have expected it.
Well, I knew that there was the reshuffle, so I knew it was a
Yeah.
possibility. But still, that's I think it was the right time. So you get 14 cards, I get 6. So even if you discarded 3 cards to raise the stakes,
Yeah, still got
yeah, you still have
quite a big
almost
hit.
twice as many as I do, which is like having 6 sucks.
And I've got workers, intellectual students,
Yeah, you've got
bureaucrats in the
so
church,
many
so it's quite a
spaces.
good
Yeah,
spread.
I only have workers, so yeah.
But you never know what the rest of those cards are, right?
Mm.
There we go. Stakes raised.
I'm not gonna raise stakes. You know what? I
What?
think they're raised.
Where's your confidence, Fred?
I think they are raised enough.
I can never beat a Frenchman at striking.
Yeah, well, the problem is that you're probably not gonna win with a strike. That's the problem. That's gonna be a short. That's gonna be a short power struggle, I think.
Let's see.
So show me what you got.
I'm gonna strike. When in doubt.
Oh, with a 6 on top of that. Nice. Yeah. So you keep the initiative.
Yeah. Maybe let's give you a little chance. Let's give you a little treat and some initiative for yourself there.
That's very kind.
Very generous of you. You know, we want to keep you in the game. Like toying with the prey there.
I'm gonna do a petition.
Yep. And I am gonna bring out a leader for that one. And a very unlikely initiative change. Don't get it.
I'm gonna march.
Me too.
Of course. To take the initiative, and I think that's gonna be the kill. Yeah.
Is it gonna be a kill even with that?
Yeah. You get the +2. That's really annoying.
Brutal.
That's really annoying. That's brutal. Yeah. Oh, you need to click you need to confirm.
I do need to click done. I can't just sit here and revel in that.
I need to concede. You're gonna have +2, so I'm gonna lose more stuff. I did roll a 1, but the modifier roll is a 4 because +1 for raising the stakes and +2 for rallying the square. So that means I'm going to lose 2 SPs, which is awful. So I'm going to lose. Oh, I hate all of my options here. 1, 2, done. And now you're going to roll for VPs. You're going to have
indeed,
and you're going to have +3 for this one too. So that's going to be great. Oh, you just rolled, a 10. So that's
which doesn't matter at that point. Like once you've got off the top of the board, you know.
Yeah, once you get to 7, that's 4 VPs.
And I don't think I'm going to be able to pull that off again. So I am going to take power.
Yeah, you should, I think.
And score, which I think might even be.
Well, the problem is I also we control the same number of battlegrounds, so you don't score
right
much.
Of course. Yeah.
So in that case, it's but you still got the 4 VPs from the victory point roll, which is pretty brutal.
Yeah. No, I'll take that. And then over to you, and you've still got that extra ops, right?
Yeah, I still have that extra ops, and I think I'm gonna use it right now. I'm gonna play this for support points. That gives me 2 SPs. Well, I guess I'm just gonna prepare for the future. I guess. I'm gonna put 2 in here, and that's the end of my round. Oh, I'm sweating.
I am actually, I don't have a lot of your worst cards, so I am going to do a Tiananmen, but just for the.
Oh, using the
a long
peasant
shot,
parties.
isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, you just need to roll a 3. So, oh, you failed. Okay, good.
No, you said it just as I hit roll in that way, but it was absolutely guaranteed to break the roll. Well done.
But you'll have +1 next time, so that's fine.
Yeah.
It looks like you might have a good hand, so I might be playing this for the event. So I'm going to randomly make you discard a card, and if it's an event of mine, it will take place immediately.
Mm.
And it is. Place 3 community SPs in any elite spaces, or remove all democratic SPs from an elite space. Okay. So I cannot remove, so I'm going to place. And I'm going to place them. Well, Hungary feels useless now. Think I could place them in Bulgaria. Yeah, I'm going to place them in Bulgaria. Oh, I can spread them. Interesting. I'm going to undo this. 1, 2 here. No, undo this and place 1 here. And that's the end of my round.
Okay. So I'm going to do this. Lesser, but I'm not going to use it for the thing because we've now closed off Poland apart from endgame scoring, right? I mean, we can still play and push into there. I'm right that's what, once I've taken power, that removes the scoring element. So this is probably more useful outside of Poland. Although I guess it could get me that foothold that I need to push outwards. But no, let's do some support points. Lovely, there you go.
Okay.
Just a little move into Romania.
I think I'm going to play George Bush. I'm going to play it for support points. And 1 here. End the round.
Okay. Let's work further on this move into Romania. Which doesn't make sense because it is an end game. It's late war scoring, right?
Yeah, but it might, then you're ready for it.
Yeah.
Just wondering if I'm going to play this for I could do support checks, I guess. 10, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm going to do 4 support points. I think I'm going to secure my hold of East Germany.
I have really abandoned East Germany.
Yeah, which I'm really happy with. I think it's great.
No.
Yeah.
You do need to do something about that at some point.
Well, it's gonna come, and when it does, I'm gonna be very happy.
Oh, I don't much like this hand, actually.
I don't trust you anymore.
Oh, this isn't even where I think that it's going to be terrible, and actually, there's some good cards in there. This is just
The Hungary's
don't do a lot in each direction. I mean, like the whole hand was great. Like getting that Hungary scoring straight away was
this was really good,
absolutely perfect. But I think I've got to give you some favors now that I don't want to give you. I guess I'm not so fussed about my intellectuals right now, actually. So let's go have a little dissident arrest there, Fred.
Well, I don't care about Hungary. I don't care about Poland. I think I'm gonna focus on the Czech writers.
I think I just have to get something in there.
Oh, you shouldn't have done that.
Uh-oh.
Because I don't like it. So I'm gonna play for support points, I guess. I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3.
Okay, so again, that event I think is pretty useless to me. So
yeah, it is.
Let's move. Let's just get some access to these areas.
That's going to be my last card, and I'm going to play this for support points, which will raise to 2 support points. So I'm going to do 1 here and 1 here. That's going to end.
No, because I've still got this. I'd forgotten that you discarded that card, so I was behind on cards. So I have to do a thing that I don't want to do.
Oh yeah.
I think that means shoring that up so you can't just remove them straight away.
Oh yeah, that's nice. Yeah.
There you go.
Interesting. So I can remove 2 anywhere. I think I'm gonna knock you in Bulgaria. So it gives me an opening. Those 2 spots. In Romania, I don't really care that much. And I'm gonna remove 1 here just for Oh no, I'm gonna remove 1 in the Lutheran Church. Great. So that's the end of the early years. If that works with you, we can stop it here for now and reflect on our mistakes. Well, so far you're actually ahead, quite significantly ahead at 7 VP. But I do believe I'm in a good position for the mid-year.
Yeah, definitely. I put a lot of effort into getting that Poland and Hungary. Got those points out of it, but it's not set up my positioning elsewhere. Like I've been very, very narrowly focused on that.
The thing that is frustrating for me was that you got all of the scoring cards, so I didn't have any control over
Yeah.
when the scoring was going to happen. Uh, but and you managed it well. You got a bit unlucky on some of the die rolls for scoring VPs, except the last one
Yeah.
where you just exploded everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, yeah, that's quite spicy. It's always an interesting decision, and I probably need to read some strategy articles about should you retain power or not, those kind of stuff. I don't know what to do, honestly. I don't know what's a good option. Like, for
Yeah.
example, Hungary, I was thinking that maybe you should have kept it in play because you were in such a strong position. I don't know.
Yeah, that's it. Well, it's such a gamble, but it makes you like taking them out like that because it gives you points directly immediately. Like if you go through a
Mm,
power struggle, the communists immediately get some and don't lose control because the whole game is built around the idea that control will crumble. It's just a question of when, and that like
yeah,
holding on thing, you get that advantage in terms of short-term points. But I think I have shot myself in the foot a little by closing off two big fields that I'm doing well in when I haven't taken this position there. So if
yeah,
those were still in play, we wouldn't be so focused on these other narrower elements. So yeah, I kind of regret it, but I also needed to look up some of that strategy and have a read through those rules and double check that I knew what the trade-offs were. Because I
yeah,
was just instinctively like, oh, if I've taken it, I should take it. But I think maintaining uncertainty somewhere is a useful thing just in and of itself.
yeah.
Which is
It
one of
might
those
be.
things that's interesting about the way that this particular one works compared to Twilight Struggle, right? Like you
Yeah,
kind
you
of
have that
know,
additional decision space. Yeah,
yeah,
with long-term
um,
impact. But yeah,
yeah.
I'm really curious to see how it's gonna. I'm really looking forward for the East Germany scoring card. I hope that you have it in your hand. That's the only thing. So we'll see. But yeah,
Yeah.
it was actually super fun.
Yeah, no,
So
really nice, really enjoyable. And
what I'm suggesting is that we can do one of two things. Either we can finish asynchronously on Ready the Troops because it plays really well in that way, especially as it's a game with no negotiation. Or the other thing is if you think there is an evening in the next few weeks where you would be able to, we could take an hour and a half and go through the mid-year and see where we go.
yeah,
But yeah, I'll let you think about it. Come back to me,
brilliant.
and we can see what we can do. Either way, I want to thank everyone who was in the chat. It was great to have you all here. It was really fun. Remember to subscribe to the channel. And if you want to support the show, you can donate on Ko-fi, and you will have access to the Discord server of the Homo Ludens community. But yeah, Ava, I hope it's the first of a long series of you coming over, playing some games. That would be really nice.
I think
And
that would
now
be really nice. It's really nice to be.
that that Jack is not is running like an absolute idiot, you should get to know other historical game players. But let's plan for a game of Maria. I will keep you posted on this. I will look around, but now that it's already the troops, I think it would be awesome to do another one, and we just
Yeah,
have to plan
no,
for a player.
I'm definitely very up for that. Like it is one that I've only played properly once. I've only played for all the way through once,
Oh
but
yeah,
still have excitement about that game.
it's
So hard
so
to
good.
get three people together and get them all in the head for that. And
Yeah,
but it's
and it can
such
take a
a
while.
spicy little game. Yeah.
Yeah, it can take a while. But yeah, that was great. But I would like to thank everyone and thank you once again, Ava, for being here. And we'll see you next Sunday. And I don't remember what's planned for next Sunday. So if you give me a second, I will look for it. In the meantime, Ava, can you tell people where they can find you online if they want to follow the stuff that you do?
So I'm on Blue Sky as ava.foxfort.net, which also foxfort.net is my website where you should be able to find some things. And I'm all over the place. If you look for Ava Foxfort on several social media platforms, Insta and everything, you will find me. I've got a Patreon, patreon.com/Ava Foxfort. /Ava Foxfort, that's it, which is currently waiting for me to activate again. I haven't been doing creative work, so that's there. Like, please don't subscribe and put any money in there. Like, I would absolutely no reason to do that right now. Subscribe as a free follower, and you will find out when I do my next exciting creative project.
And do you know when this is going to come or it's still in?
I feel it brewing. I've actually been like, one of the reasons that I've been away from a lot of this stuff is because fatigue has been really chronic fatigue stuff has been really knocking me out. But I've got the green shoots of recovery at the moment and starting to feel a bit more up for it. So I'm looking forward to some new stuff. And actually, given Tessie, who is in the chat today, is hopefully going to do a little bit of streaming with me at some point. So we are going to see what happens with that.
Looking forward to it. And yeah, next Sunday we're going to be playing Halo 1807 from Sound of Drums with Pierre Vanier-Jones. And yeah, I will keep you posted to have some more Ava content on the channel in the future. And once again, have a great evening, everyone. See you.
Brilliant. Thank you. Bye.